Okay. I'll trust you, YouTube. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. We already have 2 sing in the chat. So just 3 more and we'll have to sing. Hey, hello, Shizuma, what's up, my man? So you see, I am sculpting a horny girl. The girl with horns. So it's horny, right? What is that title? The title is as it says, guys. Like, what's wrong? I don't get it. See, it's a girl with horns. It's a horny girl. What's wrong about the title? Full body or bust up? Not just the face, bro. I mean, as much as we have here. And I found this reference on Pinterest, which I believe is an amazing resource. I don't know why so many artists, they are against Pinterest. They say, oh, it's all AI and stuff, but who cares, bro? A good reference is a good reference. If it's AI or not. Does it matter? What do you guys think? Does it matter if a reference is AI generated or not? Horns. Full body bust up was fake title. How is it a fake title, bro? It's a girl with horns. What were you expecting? It's fake reference. It's fake expectations, guys. Don't blame the title. I don't know what you were expecting. Come on. It's a girl with horns. It's exactly what the title says. Is this AI reference? I'm not sure. I just found this on Pinterest. And yeah, a lot of the Pinterest references, they are AI, but I'm not sure if this one is or not. It looks like a cool drawing. And I wanted to try making a 3D from a 2D art because it lacks all the shadows, the depth and everything. So it's gonna be fun to see how well can I sculpt with just a reference like this. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. AI is harder to follow. I think yes, because I mean it depends on what kind of AI references it is. A lot of AI references are really cool. So for example, if I can show you, these kind of AI references are also generated. Though I think this is a sculpt, but there are also AI generated versions of this kind of style. And they are easy to follow. But the other AI references, which is just a single image concept, those are very tricky to follow. It matters because AI just adds detail illogically and makes zero sense, and it's noisy, messy when you zoom in. It is completely different from a real person's hand on a painted concept art. Yeah, in a way, true. But I mean, a good reference is a good reference. If it's a bad reference, a human can generate a bad reference. But some AI references are really good, especially if you generate it with ChatGPT. So with ChatGPT, you can actually have a conversation, unlike Mid-Journey, where you give it a prompt and it just generates something for you. With ChatGPT, you can have an actual conversation. Hey, ChatGPT, I don't like The face, can you make it a bit more bulkier? I don't like the lips. Can you make it a bit more plump? Yeah, it does generate very good references. Though I believe that the best reference ever is a 3D model, which you can load in your screen and you can work alongside it. That is the best, the ideal situation. And that is also why all of my courses have 3D models included. See what I did there? I just promoted my course, which is illegal. No creator should promote their courses because then they become salesy. Yeah, the ears are gonna be interesting because it's very rare that I do elf ears or long ears like this. But for some reason, elf ears are super popular. I never got the hype behind them. Artists, all they just go crazy when it's elves. What about you guys? Do you think elf ears are more attractive than normal ears? What what is this hype with elf ears? Yo, Zyro plays, what's up, my man? The title is fire. I know, right, bro? I'm being accused of having fake titles, but how is it fake, bro? It is a girl with horns. How is it fake? I'm not kink shaming. Bro, no one's shaming no one. I just want some opinions. I want to know if it is more attractive than normally is. Just some healthy discussions. No one's gonna shame no one. I know, I know. I'm just not into that. All right. Anyone here who has a taste for LPS? I just want to understand what is it with Alpheus. Bro, from you, I have also started sculpting after getting inspired from you. That is amazing, bro. Happy to hear that. And yeah, that is the point of creating content. I just want to help people who are stuck, who don't know where to start with, or are a bit lost. Because honestly, when I was still learning and I was younger, I wish someone had done that for me. So I'm doing it for the younger me's. Yeah, getting feedback like this is very heartwarming. You're from Pakistan, right? Yes, from Pakistan. 5 sings in the chat and I'll sing. What does this mean? All right. So inside my Discord, I basically got haggled and I've made a commitment. My school members, my community members, they asked that I should sing a song. And if you get 5 sing in the chat, so if you type sing, it will count as a vote. We already have 2 votes. We need 3 more. So if I get 5 sing in the chats, I will also sing a song. Got to go, bro. The streams, hopefully I make it back in time. See ya. Yeah, sure thing, man. Goodbye. Take care. Yeah, hope you can make it. Sing. All right. We have 3 votes now. It's funny because we had 2 votes even before the stream started. Thoughts on GPT-5? Oh yeah, I heard that it's out, but I haven't tried it yet. So no thoughts yet. But yeah, overall, I just love ChatGPT. ChatGPT is like my new best friend. I talk so much with ChatGPT, and I think people should start using it as a tool. Start using it for the useful tool that it is. There's no point not using it because it's AI. Because eventually, those who don't use it will be left behind. It is just a tool that is going to help you with a lot of your stuff. And the quicker you adapt it, include it in your workflow, the better it is going to be. ChatGPT should be your friend. It will be wonderful to see a 3D artist sculptor sing. All right. I don't know, I haven't seen it, but I know. Release today. Yes, yeah, ChatGPT did release today. And sure, if we get 2 more comments, we will definitely sing. So many people take it as enemy. Yeah. People take it as a threat that this is going to replace me and my job. It is if you don't use it. Like, seriously, it is if you don't use it. It is just a tool that you should be using in your work. And even in current stages, I think ChatGPT is best for what? Writing copies, copywriters, but still there are copywriters in the market, aren't they? As long as you're the best and you're extremely good at what you do, you cannot be replaced. You cannot be replaced by AI. AI is going to replace the bottom least of writers. If an artist right now adapts and can include AI in his work to speeden up his workflow so much, he's not going to get replaced. There are still so many problems with AI generated art, AI generated stuff. And I think that there's always going to be demand for handmade things, hand painted things. I don't know. I just feel that way. Because even now, although we have modern machinery that cuts labor time in, I don't know what, 10 times, still, handmade things are more expensive. It's a premium to get a handmade stuff, handmade thing. So anything that has the touch of an artist, I think it will not go out of date. As long as you're really good, really, really good at it. That's what I believe, at least. By the way, for anyone who's new here or will be watching a recording of this stream, I also have a free head sculpting community where you can learn this skill for free, get started, and you have a 4 week challenge. So 1 month challenge. Everything is categorized in 2 weeks. It is absolutely step by step. You have everything that you need. And I wish I had this community when I was young, when I was still learning, because it is helping. And you can see LeBron, he just joined. I launched this community 21 days ago. And this is his progress within 20 days. So he went from here, now sculpting this head in 20 days. He also shared some other work I see. He's trying with stylized stuff. We also have another champion. So anyone who completes the course will get the champion title. We have Nick, who completed this within 11 days, and this is insane result. We have a lot more, but those are inside the paid program. So if you're a bit more serious, if you want more personal help, if you want a community of even more serious artists, or you want even more sculpting courses like anatomy, female anatomy, retopo baking, stylized, of course you can go ahead, check out the paid program. Everything is designed to get you results. I won't confuse you with stupid anatomy names. I'll just focus on the things that is going to get you results. This is literally everything I wish I had when I was learning. So yeah, go check the links in the description for anyone who's interested. If not, no hard feelings, bro. Microsoft researchers just have revealed the 40 jobs list highest risk from AI. Oh man, I love when you ask others to say sing as well. All right, what's the 40 people who are endangered by AI? Oh, did I say people? Really? Oh, yeah, I have 40 job titles. Pardon, pardon, pardon. If it was just 40 people, all of those 40 people would have been cherries. The head is gonna be covered with hair, so let's not worry too much about it. Are you make any full characters? Yeah, I did in the channel. But recently, right now, I'm just working on a lot of courses. I'm working on on the stylized anatomy course. I'm just too into YouTube right now. So yeah, I'm not making full characters anytime soon. But here we have. I made Omni-Man, I made Wolverine, I made Xenomorph, I made a Goku, stylized Goku. So yeah, here we have Omni-Man, which is full body character that I made. We also have Wolverine. Yeah, this is by far, I believe, the most badass sculpts I've ever made. I made the Xenomorph, which was a challenge by Aryan. And yes, of course, I have Goku, which was a very fun experiment. This was a weekly challenge inside my community. It just turned out to be one of my best sculpts. So why am I doing this with the mouse, bro? I need to grab my pen again. But yeah, nowadays I just stream on sculpt on streams, or I practice for the courses, record material for the courses. Other than that, I'm not sculpting that much. For me, I just personally go through seasons. So it's like a season of practice and then it's a season of creating. Right now, I'm just in the practice season. But I work on things that I want to improve. And once I'm out of this, once I'm satisfied with my practice, then I go to the creating seasons where I just create stuff, apply all that practices that I did to real projects. You understand Hindi, Urdu? Yes, of course, bro. I'm from Pakistan. तो मुझे पूरी पूरी समझ आती है, बोलनी भी आती है. Use mouse or stylus. Stylus. Always. Yeah, it is the more natural way to sculpt. It's like you can cut a tree with an axe or you can cut it with a knife. With the knife, it's going to be extremely hard. Extremely hard. So the axe is the natural choice. It's the same thing. You can sculpt with a mouse, but it's not going to be very natural. You play any games on your PC when you feel nope. I've quit gaming for over I don't know how many years it has been. I've quit gaming for years, man. It's like the biggest distraction that you can have as a young man, and it's just not the time for me to be playing video games. It's extremely addicting, it's extremely artificial, and it's never productive. Video games has been the one of the biggest distractions in my life, and I just gave it up. Right now, I just cannot afford to. Not in terms of time, money, but in terms of time, because it's extremely draining. It takes a lot of your time. It's very addictive, and it's never, never productive to play video games. So many people they just complain that they don't have enough time to practice, enough time to do this or that. They're just busy playing video games. If I was playing video games, you wouldn't have seen this channel, or you wouldn't be watching this stream. Is your channel monetized? Yes, it is monetized, but YouTube does not pay you anything. It's not a good way to earn money. You have to sell your soul if you want to make money on YouTube through ad revenue, because the only kind of content that gets a lot of views, generates a lot of money, is brain dead content. It's highly edited, dopamine fueled content, which I'm never in favor of. I don't want to make the kind of content that makes you unproductive or rots your brain. Like, for example, Mr. Beast kind of content. Extremely edited, extremely artificial. It's just not my style, not for me. And even if you're ever considering to be a YouTuber, it's way, way, way better to have your own product or business and use YouTube as a marketing tool. That way you can make content as authentically as you want. You don't have to sell your soul for it. You work somewhere? No. I do freelance projects, but I don't work on a contract anywhere. I had a job in it was a Korean based company. It was a mobile game studio. But that company it just ran away without paying the salaries. And yeah, since then I haven't worked anywhere else. I do freelance. I make some money off of school, my online school. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, even school is a expensive platform. So if you want to host a community there, just to be on the platform, it's about $100 a month. Or they have introduced another $9 plan as well, but it lacks a lot of features. Not a lot. If someone's just interested in opening a community, just wants to play around with school for a while, that is an excellent platform. You can still monetize it, still make money off of it, and once you're happy, you can upgrade to the more expensive version. I think the differences is, what was the differences? You get a custom URL. You can add a admin in the more expensive version. You can add external links. You can auto message people when they join. Yeah, stuff like that. It is an awesome platform, by the way. Totally, totally worth it. Bro's getting interviewed right now. Yeah. I think this is what the live chats are about, right? I mean, I see other creators, they're not very active in the chat during their live streams, but I just like to be very active in the chat. I think I'm more active on the chat than a lot of other creators when they are streaming. But yeah, that's the whole point. Ask me questions, interview me, whatever you want to know, bro. Yeah, I think the face looks nice. We can proceed with the horns and make her a bit horny now. I'm not sure if this is a loophole with YouTube or if I'm gonna get demonetized for this. Fingers crossed. Let's see. But if they demonetize me, it's okay. They don't pay me well. Anyways, it's not gonna be loss. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. By the way, I heard that you can make nude art and you can post it if it's art related. A lot of social media platforms they allow it just if it's art, which is crazy, bro. But yeah, I don't think art should ever be used for those purposes, anyways. Like sexual gratification from art. Why? Why? Art is art. It's to be admired. If YouTubers ignore chat, I'd say that's very annoying. Yeah, I agree, bro. But I think it's very hard to keep up for extremely big creators. I mean, that is understandable because they cannot be looking at the screen the entire time. They are always being swarmed by messages. But I think a creator my size or a relative size, it's completely fine. You can still work, you can chat, and good time. It's not that disruptive. I think my sculpts they take about an hour and a half. If I don't talk, it's gonna be so much quicker. But I enjoy talking. I enjoy interacting with the chat. It's much more fun. Hello, a newbie here. I want to make a short film by myself. Where to start from? Bro, that is a very ambitious goal. To be honest, when I started 3D, that was my goal as well. I wanted to make my own short film. But to make a short film, you have to learn a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. It depends on what your eventual goal is. If you want to be a solo creator who wants to make short films for the rest of his life, that is a very good goal to have. And yeah, then that is doable. But let's say your goal is to get a job in the industry and that is why you want to make a short film, it's not going to help you out. In that case, you want to focus on maybe one or two areas that interests you the most. Yeah, it really depends. I mean, when I was young, I thought I'd make my own short film, bro. I'll get a job, but it's a completely different space. If you want to be a creator who makes short films, the path is different. If you want to be a person who wants to get a job or something, the path is completely different. And it depends. So yeah, in your case as well, it depends, bro. What is your eventual goal? What is your big goal with 3D? Is it to just make short films out of as a hobby? Then yeah, fine. Because yeah, making a short film is a very ambitious goal. It's not impossible, it is 100% possible. It is very doable, but I just want to know whether it aligns with your goals or not, because it can really lead you astray and cause you a lot of waste a lot of your time as well. So, is it a hobby or is it because you want a job? All right, time to make the horns. Want to be a creator posting short films on social media? Can you tell me some channels that will help to learn Blender fast? For you, bro, I would recommend that you focus on one thing at a time, because that is a very big goal that you have. To make short films, you need to learn how to model stuff, you need to learn how to rig stuff, how to texture stuff, because making a short film will require you to do all of the roles. You're gonna be the only person who's gonna do it. So if you're an absolute beginner, I would recommend maybe go check out the Blender Guru tutorial. It's gonna cover a lot of stuff, so you're gonna cover a lot of ground with its tutorials. And after you complete the Blender Guru tutorial, then it's gonna be time for you to maybe hang around YouTube, check out who's an inspiration for you, find different channels, see what inspires you, what is the kind of models, short films that you want to make. Try to find a creator who's already making the things that you are. This is going to be the shortest path for you. So try to find a creator who's doing the same things that you want to do, and see if he has a course or something. If he has a course or a program, enroll in it without giving it a second thought. That is going to help you the most. Because if you follow different creators, different channels, all of their advices is going to contradict. If you find someone who's already doing what you want to do, bingo, just follow that creator. You don't have to listen to anyone else then, because he's already telling you how he did what he does, and that is what you are interested in. So just to get started in Blender, go ahead, watch the Blender Guru tutorial. After that, just find a creator who's doing what you want to do and enroll in their program. Thanks, man, for your suggestions. Oh, yeah, of course, man. Anytime. Goodbye. See you. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I like guys who are dedicated, who are willing to invest in what they're interested in. Honestly, I mean, personally, when I was still young, right, I had all the money in the world when my favorite video game was on sale. But when I saw speed chart courses back then, I thought, bro, this is $20. Why would I invest that in a course? I can just save this money. Let me save this money. And yeah, of course, you can save money. Of course, you can figure things out on your own without ever purchasing a course or something. But it is going to cost you time, a lot of time, a lot of pain. So it's so much easier to save months, potentially years of your time. For me, it was years, bro. I wasted years. And now that I've matured a bit, I have a lot more self-respect for myself. I just realized, bro, that saving all that money for 3, 4 months. I mean, even if I save that money and I struggle and figure things out in 6 months, I just believe now that 6 months of my time is worth way more than $30, $50. So much easier for me to just invest in a course, get all the secrets without having to spend any time figuring it out on my own. Yo, I'm back. Yo, welcome back, my friend. Bro, where I gotta poop. The whole thing, man. Go ahead. Yeah, bro, don't poop on my stream, bro. It's actually funny because in my country, and I think this is also true for India as well. So it's like the etiquettes for a classroom. Let's say you do want to go out and you want to poop, then you have to ask your lecturer, you have to ask the teacher, like, hey, excuse me, miss, I want to go to the washroom, can I use the washroom? So it is a thing over here. I don't think it's a thing in Western countries. A funny incident that happened with me was now this is how I've studied all my life, right? School, high school, you have to get the teacher's permission to go to the toilet. Now, when I went to Malaysia to get my higher education, to get a bachelor's degree, and the class was, oh boy, this is extremely embarrassing, bro. But let me tell you, anyways. So the class was going on, and I just raised my hand and I was like, "Sir, I want to go to the washroom." And he just looked at my face and was like, "Okay." I said, "I want to go. Can I go?" He said, "Yo, why are you asking me?" And I was like blown away. I was so embarrassed, bro. And then I learned that in other countries, you don't have to ask for permission to go to the toilet. You just get up and you go. That was a very, very embarrassing Very embarrassing moment. Yeah, I am traumatized for life from that incident. I used to have to ask for that from primary school to high school. Bro, I didn't know you don't ask that in university. Yeah, it's interesting to hear that it's the same in other countries as well. That's kind of inhumane, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure, bro. I think for younger classes, younger students, it's still okay. Because, I mean, I remember when I was still in school, then we used to say to the miss or the teacher, hey, so can I go use the washroom? And then we would bunk the whole class. They used to give us an exit card or something. But yeah, that was the case back then. Like, imagine, just imagine that you're in university and you ask your teacher, hey, sir, hey, miss, can I use the washroom? And they reply, can you? How embarrassing would that be? I mean, bro, if I was a lecturer and if the student asked me, can I use the toilet? I'd be like, can you? Yeah, I would love to see his embarrassed face. But yeah, when I was exposed to this environment, especially in university, I did feel that this is a much better way. Just get up and you do your business and then you come back. But it's interesting. All right, not bad, not bad. I'm liking the hair. Yeah, there was also this really funny incident. So back when we were in like seventh grade or eighth grade, one of the class fellows, he was like, so I need to go to the washroom. And he was like, no, you won't. He was like, but sir, I have to go. He's like, no, you won't. I know you're going to bunk or something. He's like, no, sir, I really have to go. I cannot hold it anymore. He was like, no, you can't go. And then that boy, he peed in the class. Yeah, it can be like that sometimes as well. We also used to play truth and dare. And once my friend dared another class fellow that, yeah, go pee in the dustbin. And he actually went and did it. crazy. You always have these fucked up stories, bro. We were, how do I tell you, bro? We were menaces in during the eighth grade. Like our class, especially our class, it was so troublesome, so troublesome. They had to shift our classroom right next to the staff room. So where all the teachers came and rest after their classes, our classroom was right besides them because we were like devils, little devils. We were the most troublesome class, the naughtiest, dirtiest students you can imagine. We had this book, math book. Let me find it. It was called the D4. Let me see if I can find it. Math D4. Where's that book, bro? Yes. Yeah, this book. Yeah, this book. Exactly this book. So this was our book of mathematics. And it was like this thick of a book. And I threw it at the fan while it was still running. Yeah, we would do all these kinds of tricks. So we had not tricks, bro. It's not something. Don't try this at home. This goes without saying. So we had books. We threw it in the fans. I had this fountain pen, which I would fill up to the top. So I don't know if you guys ever used a fountain pen. Have you ever tried using one of these? These fountain pens. And if you fill this up with ink and if you flick it like this, it actually throws ink drops. It throws a lot of drops. So yeah, I would fill up these pens, open the lid, throw it on the fan, and when it hit the fan, it just spun so suddenly. It just splattered ink and across the entire class. I used to feel so sophisticated using a fountain pen. Yeah, bro. I mean, it was a tool for I don't know, disaster for us. I would throw them at the fan. The fan would be spinning. We would hit it, ding, and then the whole class would be splattered with ink. So whenever it was recess time, we also brought a lot of water bottles. We would throw water bottles at the fans, and it just hit someone randomly. We would laugh our asses off. What was the exact fountain pen? It was by Piano. The company was Piano. What pen was it? Piano pen, fountain pen. What was the fountain pen? That's this one? No, not these ones. Was it by dollar? I forgot. But it's been such a while I've used. Oh yeah, this one. SP10, dollar SP10. Exactly this. So this was the fountain pens that we used. Yeah, we would fill each other's uniforms with ink. That was like our game as children. We even splattered it on our teachers. So let's say the teacher was passing by, we would just flick some ink on his pants from behind. Now that I look back at it, it was so disrespectful. But these are all really cool memories, and whenever we sit down together now, we just look back, laugh at what little brats we were. What happened once, very interestingly, was one of our math teacher, He it was his the final lesson was his lesson. So his son, he was in a younger class. He got free early. He came into our class as well. Usually, when it was the final lecture, the last lesson, his son would come to the class. And then one of my friends, he had this ink pot, and he was like, "This is how you fast ball." And then, if anyone of you has played cricket, you know that they throw the ball in a certain way. He was like, "This is how you play a fast ball," and he threw the ink pen. As soon as the ink pen hit the ground, it exploded, and all the ink went over to our teacher and his son. It was hilarious, bro. It was hilarious. And our teacher, he grabbed him by the collar and he was dragging him outside the class. He was like, "Come with me, I'm going to take you to the principal's office." And me and my friends, we were calming Sir down. We were like, "Sir, please chill. Sir, it was a mistake. Sir, please." We took out our ink pen removers, and I remember that five of us, five boys, we sat the teacher down and we were using ink remover on his t-shirt, on his shirt to remove all the stains. Damn, bro, what? I feel so nostalgic now. Yeah. Now that I look back at it, I was a very troublesome child. But you know, the good thing was that I was very good academically as well. So whenever something bad happened, the teachers, they never suspected me. They were all like, "Oh wow, Ishaq is the sweetest kid. He's a very nice boy. He can never do something like this." That just always saved me. I once fired a fire extinguisher in our chemistry lab. Oh bro, that incident was so moving. So there was no one in the chemistry lab. Me and my friends, we went in. I saw the fire extinguisher. I shot it up, and the whole lab just turned into white powder. I don't know what's the material inside those extinguishers, but it was really white powder. Yeah, bro. The whole lab was white. And then we ran out. We went to the nearest class, and we were looking by the from the window. So the lab assistant, the moment he went in, he came out running, and he called two, three more teachers. They all were panicking, looking around, trying to find who did it. And then me and my friends, we just casually walked out of the class, casually walked past by, and we were like, "Hey, sir, what happened? What's all the fuss about?" So I said, "I don't know, bro. Some students, they just fired the fire extinguisher. We thought it was an explosion because the whole lab was white for some reason, but it just turns out that some students, they just fired the fire extinguisher." And yeah, the only thing that the teacher did not know was it was us who did it. Yeah, being good academically can save your ass. Teachers, they never suspect you. Yeah, we were like so bad. So I don't know what ill-mannered people come to school. They should be expelled. Diabolical title. Why, bro? I mean, it's exactly what I'm sculpting. It's a girl with horns. What's wrong with the title? Exactly, girl with horns. Yeah, it is a horny girl. Not misleading at all. I learned the word diabolical from the boys season from Butcher. Before that, I didn't even know it was a word. Diabolical. Bollocks. Bollocks. Yeah, I think this is good enough for the hair. I just want to give feel of the hair, and I think we're doing that well enough. We did something similar, like the fire extinguisher thing, but we poured all the chemicals in one flask, and our chemistry lab, and the shit turned black and started oozing, and the flipping flask blew. Oh, damn, bro. That is awesome. I think during the college ages, we are like the most, I don't know, I think it's the most immature age and also the most daring age where nothing really matters and you have the least manners. You do that kind of shit during those days. But when you grow up, you then realize, oh boy, I was such a menace back then. Yeah, that was also the first and the last time I ever fired a fire extinguisher. We also had a lot of chemicals in our chemistry lab, but we always got, I don't know, they weren't concentrated chemicals. So no matter how much we mixed, they just changed colors. They didn't react very heavily the way that you were describing. That is insane, bro. But for us, they always gave us diluted chemicals. Yeah, diluted is the proper word. I gotta mute real quick for the call to prayer. Just a sec. BRB. All right. Ours were diluted too, but one of them was little tazab acid. They started the reaction, and till this day, we don't know what that was. Damn, bro. It can be extremely dangerous to mix chemicals like that. Even if it's not an explosion or something, sometimes the fumes that come out, they can be extremely toxic. They can be very harmful. But yeah, it's all fun and games when we're young. We do stupid stuff. And only realize things when we get older. Like, for example, me and my younger brother, what we would do is we would break our remote control cars. So, the RC cars, RC toys. So we would break it open, and then we would get the motor outside. Then we would attach a battery to the motor, and we would make a fan out of it by making a cardboard piece in front of it. Now, what my brother had this ingenious idea of, hey, let me try plugging it into the main socket where we plug our chargers. So he took that little motor and the wires that were connected, really thin wires, he plugged it into the main socket and he turned the switch on. Boom! An explosion. The motor exploded. The little motor from an RC car. That was very scary, bro. I wish this was more white, but with the current matte caps that I have, we can't go any more white than this. Yeah, school days were really messed up, bro. But it's also the most memorable part of our lives as well. Whenever we friends we get together, we just cannot help ourselves talking about the school days. Well, I did that too, but I did it from a distance with a stick. The UPS tripped and everybody was like, what the Bro, it's super scary. I even got a shock once from the main socket. What I did was I had a LED, a little small LED bulb, and I just entered both of its metal ends into the main socket. I turned it on, and then after a while it just switched off. Of course it fused. I did not know it back then that you cannot have appliances with little tolerance and give them so much electricity at once. Bro, I tried wiggling it so that it turns on and I got a shock. Luckily, my hand it slipped away because when it's when the current is that high, it literally sucks you in. You cannot detach your hand. It's that bad. Gladly I survived. We were really harami. Yeah, that is the perfect word for it. Harami bache. Also think another very big factor for us was that it was an all boys school. So we really got away with a lot of stuff. Because when you have girls in your class, they just I don't know why they want to be the best in front of the teachers and then they just complain anything that they see. When it's all boys, you have the bro code present. No one snitches out the other one. That there was zero snitches in our class. And we had a zero tolerance for the snitches as well. So if someone was to snitch, the whole class would gather up against him and we would blame the whole thing on him. If you want to snitch, bro, this is the price you're gonna pay. We need to have unity in our class. Yeah, and the snitches, yeah, we did blame them. If they ever snitched, we would put all the blame on them. And of course, when there's 10 against 1 telling the teacher that he did this, they believe the majority. You should add light reflection to the eyes by adding a cylinder. You mean this one? This reflection? How long has it been? 1 hour 27 minutes. Alright, this is a bit longer than expected. I thought we would have been done by now, but it's okay. I'm in no rush. And I'm enjoying this sculpt. It's been a while I've made a female. Yes. All right. Sure. Let's try it. But yeah, if anyone's watching this stream now or later, don't be inspired by these stories. It's not cool at all. Your teachers, you should really respect them. It was cool back then, but not cool. It's really not cool. So don't be inspired and don't go ahead and try these things. Why is this sculpting outside? I don't know why the draw brush is working in the opposite direction for some reason today. I think I'll just go here, press A, Shift N, reverse the normals. That kind of makes it worse. I don't know why. Why is the draw brush working in opposite direction for the eyes? It's inversed. Oh, this is the draw sharp. All right, Chucky, I'm gonna try your trick. Let's see how it goes. Let's paint the eyes first with a bit of a darker color. Then, of course, a lighter color. I think a bit wider. You know, another tip for whenever you want to paint these sort of shapes, it's just so much easier to mask it out and then just inverse the mask and paint it, because now it's a bit tricky. It can be hard to get the perfect color to cut shapes like this, so it's much easier to mask it. But since this is a quick sculpt, it doesn't really matter. I think I overdid it a bit. It looks fine without the shadow as well. So let's just leave it at that. Yeah, with that we have our horny girl. Cylinder, it's really yours. It's okay, man. You can take the credit. I actually learned it while I was working on the feedback head for your sculpt. That is when I realized, oh, this is why they do it. You actually inspired this, my friend. I think we should make a bit of a shadow, just a bit. All right, not bad actually. Looks nice. Looks pretty. When I do the cavity for the lens, I prefer to use mask. Later, I don't need to be that careful with the painting. Oh, that is actually pretty genius, because you already have the mask and now you can just paint over that the same mask. That is actually, yeah, it is a better way to do it. Yeah, thanks for the tip, man. See, this is the benefit of streaming. You can interact, you can learn new things. There was once this error I made somehow while I was streaming, and I didn't know why the model was rotating in all weird ways and shapes. It was actually I had to turn off this setting. I somehow just turned this on, and I only learned that on the stream. So some gentleman was kind enough. He let me know that, hey bro, you have to turn off the setting. Thanks. By the way, how many sing comments did we get? Are we gonna be singing in this session or not? I think it was 4, if I remember correct, or 3. All right, yeah, let's work on the horn a bit as well. I completely forgot about the horn. There's a plugin called Tiny Eyes. Use that. It already has collection. Yeah. I saw that. It's very nice. Nobody's mask can be very useful when you don't want to mess up them. Yeah. Tiny Eyes. Trust me. Do it right now. I think only 3. Yeah. But Tiny Eyes, I have it enabled here. Tiny Eyes, it works best with stylized. There's gonna be some animal blue cat constricted. Yeah, dragon should be the one. But yeah, the problem with Tiny Eyes is that it needs to be in render mode so that you can see it, the full effect. So if I enable ray tracing here, I should be able to see it. Or maybe I don't have, yeah, see? So I have to enable render mode for being able to see it. But definitely this would have looked Much cooler. If this was a rendered scene, I would have definitely used these eyes. But since we're not rendering, it's alright. We can drift past this. Thou shalt sing, sing, sing. Alright, we have 5 comments. Let's go. But let me complete these horns, guys. In the meantime, help me decide what should we sing. I'm really out of options. Yeah, this is not gonna take long. So just and no, please, no Sigma boys. I'm not gonna sing Sigma boy. We did it last time, but no more Sigma boy. Not Sigma boy. All right, not bad actually. I'm quite happy with this result. Yeah, the screen space is always very dramatic for some reason. Let's shade this smooth. Maybe let's just turn off cavities. It's not looking nice. National anthem. Guys, you're gonna have to stand up for the national anthem. WOP by Cardi B. Damn, bro. All right, I don't think we have any serious suggestions. So I'm just gonna complete this and I'm gonna try to figure it out on my own. I'm not even sure what the lyrics for WOP is, but that Cardi B just threw me off. Yeah, this is done. Here's a trick I learned from Marath. So you make a plane, you select everything, you parent it to the to the plane. Oh boy, guess I didn't learn it properly. So you parent this, then you add a keyframe here, you add a keyframe to the end. Add a keyframe in the middle. Make it face here. Keyframe. Display. Why is it not playing? Control C. Control V. Can't you copy paste? Wop, wop, wop. That's the lyrics, bro. But what's the tune? You have to tell me the tune as well. Yo, Marath, how does your computer handle this, bro? Mine is struggling. I'm gonna have to tell this to Marath that it's not working in my case. Is it because of shadows? Yeah, it was because of shadows. It's crazy how much resource shadows take. Also, what if I turn off the material? Oh, that improved as well. But yeah, I think we can make it through. Let's change this to the outliner. Any song by Chahat Fateh Ali Khan? No, bro. I don't listen to folk music. How do you want me to tell you the tune by chat? Bro, I'm gonna wait for you. And in your next stream, I wanna hear the WAP tune. I don't know how Marath does this. I mean, in my case, it's very slow and it's struggling. Can I turn on shadows? Shadows, it just makes it very slow. So we won't be doing this. We'll just keep it in place here. Just turn on shadows and that is it. Yeah, quite happy with this one, honestly. Really nice. Alright, I'm just gonna go get my guitar now. And I'm gonna go get some water. 3 Days Grace. Bro, I haven't heard that song. Where's the... Yeah, let me go get my guitar and let me go get some water. Just a sec. Be right back. Oh, I have to turn off these. Don't Let Me Show My Dark Side, our song. Is that a song? Oh, ho, ho. Let me think what song to sing, bro. Also, it's been such a while since I've played this. How got your first client for character sculpting, and if I make a character and it feels it's good, around what criteria should I use it in portfolio? Alright, I see. Let me just quickly answer this question. Yeah, bro. So for my first client, I got it from Upwork, and that is a platform that I don't recommend anymore because it's not a good place to be. Yeah, levels at 69, perfect. But yeah, I got it from Upwork, and that is how I've gotten most of my major clients. And if you have a character that is good and you want to use it for portfolio, the best tip that I would have for you is that go online, look at other people's portfolio, see the kind of quality, the kind of work that they have online, and be brutally honest with yourself. Is your work up to the standard? If it is, then by all means get yourself a portfolio, post it on ArtStation or something. If not, then just focus on getting good first. So many artists, they make this mistake that they want to find work first and their art is just simply not up to the level. So first of all, you need to be extremely good at what you offer and then build a portfolio. So yeah, for me, I have always done freelance on Upwork and those platforms. Nowadays, I'm inside this community, which is the Blender Professional Plus. So if you go here, yeah, this is where I am right now. This is where I am learning how to freelance all over again. Because outside these platforms, it's a completely different game on how you want to approach clients, how you want to find clients on LinkedIn, through emails, through cold DMs. Yeah, all of that is covered inside. I'm getting educated myself on these things. But yeah, so far, all of my clients, Upwork. The current ones, Upwork. All Upwork. I think we can do some Imagine Dragons, or we could do some Coldplay as well. I think we can do Scientist first. So can you hear me fine? I'm not sure if the audio is well. Is the audio fine? You guys, let me know if the audio is fine, if it's audible. I'm not sure yet. Let's start by Coldplay. Come up to meet you, I tell you I'm sorry. You don't know how lovely you are, and I had to find you to tell you I need you, and tell you I've set you apart. Tell me your secrets and ask me your questions. Oh, let's go back to the start. Running in circles, coming up tails, coming back as we are. Nobody said it was easy. Oh, it's such a shame for us to part. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be this hard. Oh, take me back to the start. I think we need a better song, but I'm really out of any idea what to sing. Let's see. Let me check the chords for the Billie Eilish song. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, please help me out, because I really don't know what to sing. I don't wanna be you anymore. Maybe let's try this. Maybe something by Joji. Yeah, we could do Joji. Let's see. Let's try Die For You by Joji. But I have to look up the chords, man. Bro didn't even need good grades for. Where's the keyboard? Where did I put it? Okay. Yes. All right. All right, let's do Die For You. Swear I couldn't sleep, I winked last night. No point in turning off the lights. It's not the same that your head on my shoulders. Growing pains, I don't wanna. Wait, let me bring it here. Growing pains, I don't wanna get older. It's almost like we left it all alright. A couple feelings that were laid to rest. Didn't know that the party was over. And it's true that I need you to get closer. But in photos, had to learn to let go. I used to meet somebody in another skin. I heard that you're happy without me, and I hope it's true. It kills me a little, but that's okay, 'cause I die for you. You know I'd still die for you. Oh man, I don't know, bro. I'm not vibing today for some reason. Let's let's try another song. Not a good singing day today, man. Yeah, I was thinking I love you, but we've already done it. Creep, we've already done it. What song have we not done yet? We've done Adele. What else? Alright, let's try doing Imagine Dragons. We haven't done Imagine Dragons yet. Alright, let's do this. When the days are cold and the cards all fold and the saints we see are made of gold, when your dreams all fail and the ones we hit are the worst of all and the blood runs still, I wanna hide the truth, I wanna shelter you, but with the beast inside, there's nowhere we can hide. No matter what we breed, we still are made of greed. This is my kingdom come, this is my kingdom come. When you feel my heat, look into my eyes. It's where my demons hide, it's where my demons hide. Don't get too close, it's dark inside. It's where my demons hide, it's where my demons hide. It's where my demons hide. What's the lyrics, bro? Yeah, that's all I know, bro. These are all the lyrics I know. Bro, I'm just gonna sing Creep. We've already done it, but it's a song I know well. Let's just do Creep. Yes. Let's just repeat a song. You were there before, couldn't look you in the eyes. You're just like an angel, your skin makes me cry. You flow like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so fucking special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Love, love, love. She's running out the door. She's wish I was special. You're so fucking special. Yeah, I did got a bit out of breath. There was a time where I could do this in one breath. Too bad I don't practice my singing as much as I practice sculpting. You're not sure what else we can sing. We could do some James Arthur. I met you in the dark, you lit me up. You made me feel as though I was enough. We danced the night away, we were drunk too much. And I held your hair back when you were throwing up. But when you smiled over your shoulder, for a minute I was stone cold sober. I pulled you closer to my chest, and then you asked me to stay over. I said I already told you, I think that you should get some rest. I knew I loved you then, but you never know. 'Cause I played it cool when I was scared of letting go. I knew I needed you, but I never showed. And I wanna stay with you until we're gray and old. Just say you won't let go. Say you won't let go. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all the songs I know as of now. What else? Let's see if just a second. Yeah, guys, let me know if there's any other song. I just have one more song in mind, and we'll probably be leaving after this. Alright, this is Too Good at Goodbyes by Sam Smith. You must think that I'm stupid. You must think that I'm a fool. You must think that I'm new to this, but I've seen this all before. I'm never gonna let you close to me, even though you mean the most to me. 'cause every time I open up it hurts. I'm never gonna get too close to you, even when I mean the most to you, in case you go and leave me in the dirt. 'Cause every time you hurt me, the less that I cry. And every time you leave me, the quicker these tears dry. Every time you walk out, the less I love you. Baby, we don't stand a chance. It's sad, but it's true. I'm way too good at goodbyes. I'm way too good at goodbyes. I know you're thinking I'm heartless. I know you're thinking I'm cold. I'm just protecting my innocence. I'm just protecting my soul. Yeah, I'm never gonna let you close to me, even though you mean the most to me. 'Cause every time I open up it hurts. And I'm never gonna get too close to you, even when I mean the most to you, in case you go and leave me in the dirt. 'Cause every time you hurt me, the less that I cry. And every time you leave me, the quicker these tears dry. Every time you walk out, the less I love you. But baby, we don't stand a chance. It's sad, but it's true. I'm way too good at goodbyes. I'm way too good at goodbyes. No way that you'll see me cry. I'm way too good at goodbyes. Yep. Let me turn off these filters. So yeah, that's all the songs we're going to be covering today. And that is also the end of this live stream. So if there are any questions, let me know. And yeah, I'll just take a screenshot of this for the thumbnail. And I'll be going. Let's take a. All right, we have thumbnail. Yeah, with that said, goodbye, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys around. Great stream, and thanks, my brother. There's a fist bump. All right, see you guys. Goodbye. Take care. Thank you for tuning in. And if anyone wants free courses, wants to know where to get started with sculpting, just go check out the free community. The link is in the description. When you join this, you'll have a community. You will also have this free head sculpting course, which is guaranteed to get you these results within a month. So within a month, just give me 1 month and I will give you head sculpting. And for results, if you want to see, we launched this 21 days ago. So it's only been 3 weeks since this community is launched, and we already have 2 results. So one is within 11 days. It's this result, which is ridiculous. And then we have another one in 20 days. So LeBron went from here to here in just 20 days. And Nick, it took him 11 days. So if you're interested and you want a step-by-step program, go check the first link in the description. It's going to lead you to this community. And yeah, with that said, goodbye, everyone. Take care. It was